Let's next talk about the eye. But before we get to the sight and how sight is interpreted, we need to discuss tears and eye movement. One of your assignments is to trace a tear. So open the Q drive
and turn to page 570 of your textbook.
As you can see, tears are produced by the lacrimal glands that lie on the superior and lateral surface of the eye. What did he just say? Where is that? Superior and lateral. We'll take a look at one of the eyeball models that we have in class and find the lacrimal glands there. Tears are excreted through the excretory ducts and wash across the surface of the eye. Of course, it is here that tears perform their function of lubricating the eye and washing away the debris. On the medial surface of the eye, you'll find the small openings called the lacrimal puncta, and they're found within the nasal caruncle. So on the medial surface of the eye, the lacrimal fluid can enter the lacrimal puncta, which are small openings in the nasal caruncle, and then the fluid flows through the lacrimal canaliculi. Lacrimal canaliculi. Here's that word again, canaliculi, which means little canal. Imagine that. Tears then enter the lacrimal sac and then on through the nasolacrimal duct, and they end up in the nasal cavity, in your nose. If you're producing a lot of tears, then you have to blow your nose. That's why you have to do that. Of course, if your lacrimal gland is overactive, as in crying, then tears can take an alternate route, and they can end up on your cheek. The lacrimal puncta can't handle all those tears when you're crying, and the tears overflow your eyelids and end up on your cheek. That's an alternate pathway of this tracing. So that's what happens when you cry, as in not passing your anatomy oral. Now look on page 25 of your lab objectives in the lower right-hand column. There you'll find a list of the 6 extrinsic eye muscles. What are those? Well, the extrinsic eye muscles move your eye about so that you can focus on different things. You know, the guy who has shifty eyes. Notice that the levator palpebrae superioris is not one of those muscles. I'll let you discover the function of the levator palpebrae superioris. What does it do? Where does it go? Find out. But now let's look at the extrinsic eye muscles and see how they move the eyeball in its socket.
Now turn way back in your textbook to page 329. Look there at the extrinsic eye muscles in the diagram and read about those there in the table on the next page.
So go there now and read about the extrinsic eye muscles. Be prepared to answer questions about eye movement, such as which muscles allow the eye to look up? The rectus muscles primarily move the eye. The obliques help move the eye, but mainly they keep the eye from rotating in the socket when the eye is moving from one position to another, so the eye doesn't roll in the socket as you try to move one of the rectus muscles. So their main function, the oblique's main function, is to keep the eye steady. Notice how the obliques attach from opposite portions or positions of the eye so that they are antagonists of one another, keeping the eye straight in the eye socket. So what muscle is it that allows your eyes to look up when you hold your head steady? Hold your head steady, don't move your head, and then rotate your eyes upwards to look upwards. What muscles are involved? Know also the action of the other rectus muscles and be prepared to answer those questions.